So the guys over at the Coalition, Black Tusk Studios, they're doing everything they can to bring the life back into Gears of War and bring back the excitement that there was when Gears of War 3 was released. What's going on, everybody? My name is Physiics, and welcome back to another Gears of War video. In the background, you're watching some Gears of War Ultimate Edition beta gameplay on the Xbox One. And there's a lot of really cool information coming out about Gears of War Ultimate Edition for the Xbox One. There's also a lot of really cool information about Gears of War 4, as well as some free games that you can get, including Gears of War 3. First, we're going to go over the console that is going to be available to be won, and just like the last year they did something with the San Diego Comic-Con, they're going to do a console giveaway for a lucky winner. And there's going to be a lot of consoles, but for us, the ones that matter the most is going to be the Gears of War Ultimate Edition Xbox One console. Now, it looks pretty sweet. It's basically all white, and it's got Marcus on the cover, and it's got the Gears of War logo on the bottom right. And the only way to get this by winning is you have to enter the competition. If you go to the San Diego Comic-Con, you want to go to the Xbox Lounge, you want to take a photo of your favorite post, and you want to have it on Instagram or Twitter, and you want to tag it with the hashtag Xbox Sweepstakes and hashtag SDCC for San Diego Comic-Con, and that's the way you enter. If you're not going to be going to the San Diego Comic-Con, you can log into the Xbox Live or whatever console, look into the SDCC collectible console sweepstakes, and you can enter your information there. So that's pretty sweet. The console looks pretty cool. I mean, if you're the person that ends up winning it, that's going to be pretty sweet. I believe they're going to be giving away 20 collectible Xbox One consoles, and so I mean, if you're one of those people that get to win that really sweet looking Xbox One console for the Gears of War Ultimate Edition, that would be really cool. It looks pretty sweet. Also, a big news is I feel like, everyone over at Black Tusk is doing their best to bring back the game back to its glory. And with that being said, they're going to be releasing Gears of War 3 for free on the Xbox 360. Now, most people already have the game, obviously, but for those of you who don't, or maybe you're just looking into Gears of War for the very first time, now's your chance on the Xbox 360 to get the game for free from July 16th all the way up to July 31st. So we got, you got a pretty good time frame to pick up that game. If you've never played it, I mean, I suggest you play it, maybe not for the multiplayer, but at least play it for the story mode. The campaign is unbelievable. One of my favorite campaigns. Probably almost as good as, for me, Gears of War 1, but it's still a very good campaign. It's really fun, it's really entertaining, and just another thing that Black Tusk and the Coalition are trying to do to get people back into Gears of War. Providing Gears of War 3, the most current game, well, other than Judgment, I guess, but the real Gears of War people don't even consider Gears of War Judgment legit Gears, because it's just such a different type of game, but that's a discussion for a different day. You guys can pick up Gears of War 3 for free on the Xbox 360 if you have gold, and you guys will be able to play and enjoy it. So that's pretty cool of them to do. And there's also more information about Gears of War 4, which is kind of odd because we haven't really heard too much of Gears of War 4 lately, just because of all the Gears of War Ultimate Edition on the Xbox One that we've been getting. Now, there are rumors going around that perhaps Gears of War 4 is going to be removing split screening from that game. They did that with, Microsoft did it with Halo 5, and since Gears of War is Microsoft, there's already rumors that possibly Gears of War 4 is not gonna have any split screen whatsoever. Now, the reasoning behind this was for the reason of this. The guys over at Microsoft said that after Halo 5, the decision was extremely difficult for one for that team, but one that was necessary to deliver the biggest Halo game to date. Now, they also said that there were some people that have issues from the Azure network in South Africa and in Europe, but Halo 5's whole thing was to make it the best graphically based game. That way the graphics were on point, they were good, there was nothing wrong with them. So that's the reason why they took out split screening. So apparently split screening somehow affects the graphics because it cuts your screen in half and whatnot. So they wanted to make it 100% the best Halo that they could ever make graphic wise, which is why they had to do that. Now, because Gears of War works under the same cloth, the thing that's going around is that possibly now that's going to be the same thing for Gears of War 4. Now, for me myself, is it important to me to have a split screen? I really don't bother to have a split screen because I don't play with anybody else but myself. So for those people who do end up, heavily depending on split screening, I can see why that would be sort of an issue, but at the end of the day, it really probably isn't that big of a deal, I think, for most people. Now, as far as that issue that they were talking about, as far as people in the Azure network in South Africa, I'm not too sure what that means as far as it would be affecting them, if it affects their ability to play LAN, or if it affects their ability to play, on their normal servers or whatnot. But interesting to note that most of us won't really be affected too much unless if you end up bringing one of your friends over to play. But again, I thought that was pretty interesting that is a debate, and it is something that's going around, and people are kind of upset, saying that it is kind of unfair. Again, because it is on the Xbox One, and I don't do split screening hardly ever. It's not really too much of a big deal for me. But anyways, how do you guys feel about Gears of War Ultimate Edition, Gears of War coming to Gears of War 4, and then all this cool stuff coming out? I'm really excited for Gears of War Ultimate Edition. I cannot wait to play that game. I played the beta, obviously, as you can see by the gameplay, and it was really fun. I haven't been excited for Gears in a long time. I'm really happy that they're bringing away the Gears of War 3. So remember, guys, if you guys have not played Gears of War, or you just never try to get it, if you have an Xbox 360, it is an Xbox exclusive game. Go ahead and go during July 16th through the 31st and pick up that game for free. If you have gold, you guys can get it, and that way you can play. If you're not going to play it for the multiplayer, because it is a very tricky multiplayer, play it at least for the campaign. You're going to have a lot of fun, I promise you. So hopefully... Okay.